What's going on YouTube? Mike here with iHeart Knives, and in this video I'm going to be doing a Japanese Deba sharpening. This is Ginsan-3, also known as like G3, and I believe it's also called like silver steel or something. This specific knife is, I believe it's an Okeya. It came from Chef Knives to Go. This was a Christmas gift or birthday gift to my brother. I did a rehandle on it. I think I used zebra wood or some shit. I forget exactly what I used. I want to say it was zebra wood. I don't know. I've used so many different woods for handles, but anyways, with I believe an ebony ferrule or ebony bolster. The steel, I would say, is equivalent to sharpening like a blue number 2 or like an Aogami Super, like in that realm. It's fairly easy. It's not as easy as white steel. It is a semi-stainless steel, which is nice. And I'd say it's, if 10 is LC200N and 1 is 1084, I'd say it's probably like a 7 or 6 out of 10. It's a steel that you don't want to, like, leave water on for a long period of time, but it's not like 1084 or even like a white steel, like a Hitachi white steel, that you have to wipe it off right away. It polishes up really nicely. The Chosera 800 made really quick work of it. I had sharpened this for him quite a while ago, and my Japanese knife sharpening has gotten significantly better. Like, I can read the bevel better because there are more angles than one on a single bevel knife like this Deba. There's the heel grind, which is a little bit different. There's the tip grind, and then there's like the middle of the knife, and the top of the bevel near the hammered portion is a different angle than the bottom. So it's not like you can just lay it and it sits flat like a straight razor does. There's varying angles. It's sort of convex, but it's a little bit more complicated. You can erase the grinds out. So what I was just saying of how the top and the bottom are different angles, like you kind of have to put pressure in different areas. You can keep one consistent angle and make it sort of flat, but I find that the edge lasts longer if I don't do it that way, because I did do it that way with one of my Debas, and I ended up going back to changing to 2 different angles so that the edge had sort of a micro bevel on it. But again, Japanese single bevel knives are just a little bit different. The Shapton 2000 I just used to bridge from the 800 to the 4000. It erased the 800 scratches really quickly. I find that the Shapton 2000 is like one of the best for single bevel knives. The Japanese steels are so nice to sharpen on that stone. The 4000 is basically the same as the 2000, the way that it reacts. It clogs up a little bit more, so you kind of have to keep feeding water on it. But once there's enough saturation and you kind of like work the knife against the stone enough, it reacts better. Like in the beginning it clogs a little bit more, but then as you're sharpening along, it tends to clog less, and then just keep it wet and you'll be all right.
That's what she said.
It was really quick though. It didn't really take a lot of work. I went back and kind of found areas where there were scratches that I wanted to get rid of, but you can see it polished up really nicely. And actually, when I show you the edge, you might be able to see at the heel that it doesn't shine exactly the same as the middle. and same with the tip, because the angles are different. So I would have had to turn the knife a little bit for you to see the angle, because they are a little bit, they are a little bit different. The Japanese, when they make these knives, usually make the heel a little bit more stout, and the angle is different so that you can use the heel to break fish bones if you need to, and it can take a little bit more abuse than like the rest of the knife. After the 4000, I went to an Uchigamori stone. This is a soft stone. Not soft in a sense of, like it turns muddy or anything. Soft in a way of like being kind of brittle. Uchigamori, a lot of times you'll find finger stones of it because they break up so easily, so you kind of have to be careful with them. But this stone is pretty quick. It's by far my best scratch eraser stone for my Japanese naturals. This thing just, it's ridiculous how nice it gets this steel, and all my single bevel knives, how nice it gets. The Hagane and Jigane contrast is just ridiculous. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's the difference between the soft clad steel and the hard, the hardenable steel that's at the edge. It's hard to find a stone that makes both look good. Usually you have to use finger stones, which I've shown the process of, to polish the Hagane and Jigane separately. But a lot of, sometimes you'll find a stone that can do both, but this happens to be one of those. I got this off of eBay from a guy that I know, and that's the only reason I got it, because I normally would never buy Uchigamori off eBay unless it's from someone trusted, because you're probably not going to get a very good stone. And just working the knife, making sure that I get the backside, which I believe is called the uraoshi, making sure that I clean that up as well. Try to get the scratch pattern looking the same on both sides, and yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I'll show you guys how sharp it got. You can see on the paper towel that it goes through pretty cleanly. It is a little bit different to cut just because it's a single bevel knife, so it doesn't go necessarily straight down like a 50-50 grind. Like you kind of have to hold the knife a little bit differently. So when you'll see when I hold it on the proper angle, it cuts right through. Sometimes it'll get snagged because of the angle, not because it's not a clean edge. It's just, I'm not used to cutting with single bevel knives all the time. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do something a little bit differently. My brother needed it sharpened because it hadn't been sharpened in quite some time, and it worked out well. I could do a video and show you guys how I did it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and thank you guys for following along. I'll see you all in the next one. Later.